This is the little guy here, the Hawk, big guy. There's the little guy, baby Hawk R3. I'm gonna be setting him up tonight too, and also this Holy Grail Shuriken. So first thing we did was we set up our full speed leader 120 over there, um, and then next up we're gonna do this one on beta flight and unbox this right now. So it's one of my favorite quads, along with Batman 220. Two of my favorites right there. So here it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and open it now. Stop playing around. It's time to open this bad boy. So there we go. Get the wrap off of there. Let's make some space here for this guy. Alright. And there it is. The Hawk 5. The F4 Magnum stack. Pretty nice presentation in the box there. You get two antennas. They are left-hand polarized pagoda antennas. And unfortunately our SMA, I use RPSMA on my goggles, so as of now I'm not going to have any use for these guys unless I get a left-hand polarized RPSMA pagoda. But this will come in handy. I used this on my last Hawk 5. And one of the complaints I had about the Hawk 5, it's not as durable as the Batman 220. I had burned up ESCs, burned up motors, snapped arms like twigs. So it's pretty lightweight quad, but yeah, I guess that's why it comes with one spare arm in the box, because they know it's highly likely something's going to happen to one of these arms. There it is. There's the culprit. And yeah, we don't need this foam, I guess. It'll fit in the box without the props on, but I'm not really too keen on putting it back in the box once I'm taking it out. It's going to get used, so I'll put this box away. So there's the specimen, a fine specimen it is, and it comes with this this linear antenna, which I did not like at all. They did a little bit of better job stashing the quality control. Is just not the thing here. The freaking stack's not even tightened down. It looks like I'm not gonna say that right off. But okay, yeah, it is tightened down. It looks loose there, but it's not moving. It's all stationary. I don't like the way they installed the receiver and the VTX on pins. It just makes it more difficult to repair, maintain, and replace parts when you do that. I do like the modular arms. You can go 6-inch with these if you want, and you can change these motors too, which I wasn't all that impressed with the motors. They're fast enough, but it's just they're so light. Any little crash, you're liable to bend the shaft. They do sell belts and shafts for these, so it's not the end of the world. It's cheaper than the Batman, and it's almost as fast, and it's really easy to swap one of these arms out. It doesn't take long at all. You can see the way that it's put together. You don't have to take the stack apart to get the arms off. You just take the arms off. You can leave the stack in place. You don't have to touch the stack screws because it's mounted on a separate uh, little mid-level panel there. So there's a bottom plate and the top plate. The top plate is two-piece, and the bottom plate is technically two-piece as well. It's got this bottom plate here, and then this central plate that holds the entire stack separate from the actual bottom plate. So that's a really cool feature there. It helps probably with vibration, but it definitely helps you to do maintenance on this thing, specifically changing the arms. Um, Most of the solder joints are pretty good. The PCB, the material of it seems to be not as durable. The pads are easier to lift on this. The Batman stack is a lot more durable. I have one around here. Let's see. Yeah, this is a HGLRC stack in an Emax box here. Sorry about that. And you see the red material here, and you see the very stout pads here. I mean, these pads are huge, and they don't pull off easily. I'm about to build another one with using the same ESC that I used before, and the same flight controller as well. This time I'm using a different VTX when I build this, and a different frame. But overall, the Hawk 5 is pretty good. I'd rather there are other things I'd rather have, but this is what I got, and I'm happy with it. It's pretty damn cool, and it's fast as shit. It goes right around 100 miles an hour. I got this little speedometer gun here, just a radar gun to tell you how fast the quad is moving. But yeah. So now I'm going to bind this to my Tyrannus. I believe this is the bind and fly version, or maybe, yeah, it's got the XM Plus installed in there. So let me pull those pieces out. They stick them in there inside the stack for shipping, I guess. I'll take these tweezers and try to coax that out here if I can without breaking anything. Alright. So now we've got our XM Plus antennas. I prefer mine to be mounted a little lower, but it's all good. It's not near the carbon fiber, and that's good. I'd like it to stick out a little further, but can't seem to get this right one to turn like I can the left one. These antennas are put on by hand, so and I guess they're all built completely by hand for the most part. This little tedious. There we go. You don't want these antennas to be near the carbon fiber, and you want them to be separated by about 90 degrees. You want them to be straight, level, and at a 90-degree angle from each other. So that's about like that. So I'm almost just about there. That's close enough. And like I said, I usually put mine down here off the arms like this. But this mounting position works just as well, I'd say. And about the construction of this thing here, as you can see, the top plate is a two-piece, or it's three pieces, but there's the main top plate and these two bolt-on pieces on the sides. It just makes it a little stronger. Turns a 2mm top plate into a 4mm top plate, and you got about 4mm or more of carbon on the between those two bottom plates as well. So It brings the top and bottom plates into line about 4 millimeters. The arms are either 4 or 5 millimeters. I'm not 100% sure, uh, but they look. It looks like 5 millimeters to me. That doesn't look like four. Uh, it could be though, but I'm pretty sure these arms are 5 millimeters thick. You can see how thin they are though, and they have a tendency to delaminate because they're not chamfered at all. It's just raw or twisting, and they're quick to delaminate. This is my second Hawk 5 right here. So I'm thinking about going ahead and replacing these motors with the lower KV motors and going 6S with this thing, or going with the 6-inch arms instead of the 5-inch arms. I don't think I'm going to keep this one absolutely stock this time. Um, it's a good quad as is, but I've already flown it that way, and I'm going to try to get a little more out of it this time if I can. So, grab my propellers here, and it looks like we just have 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, we have 8 props. That's better than none, I guess. um, so get my spare parts together here, including my pigtails. And once I set this quad up, I will probably go back and take it apart. Once I get disgusted at this shitty VTX and the antenna on it, I'll replace it. Hopefully I'll do that before I do any damage. I might be smart this time and actually not fly it with this as is. It looks like I could actually fit a full-size VTX in there, but it's like an operation. You have to depin the flight controller and set another set of mounting up because the standoffs and screws in there holding the flight controller down are not going to accommodate a full-size VTX as is. You have to modify it some more. So I want to, if I do go with a different VTX, I want to do the same thing I did last time, which was put I think it's Ishin VTX 03 on there. That was a perfect fit. I didn't have to change anything, just depin it, and it's not a full-size VTX either, so you have leeway in how you lay it up in there. I'm just trying to see where looks like the bind button is here on the side. I wish they would just keep the shit stock. Anyway, it's not stock. It's highly Emax modified and influenced. All the parts here. I do like the camera. Okay, it's decent. Better than the shit on the HDLRC quads. They should be ashamed for putting those shitty cameras on those good quads. Emax did a decent job with the Foxeer micro arrow camera for the FPV camera, whereas HDLRC cheaped out and did some RunCam clone branded HDLRC cameras in there that look terrible. They're not durable, and the DVR looks like totally washed out using my EV200D quad diversity goggles. Whereas this one, the Foxeer Micro Arrow, it looks fine. It's not washed out. It's almost comparable to the RunCam Micro Swift in quality. This guy here. So yeah. But from here, I'm going to have to go upstairs because I don't have a computer right now. So I'm going to have to borrow my sister's computer or use the desktop in the office. So that's going to bring this little broadcast to an end here while I go ahead and take care of that. I got 1, 2, 3 quads I need to run through Betaflight right quick, and one more over there that I need to calibrate the ESCs. I got an old school one running a Naze 32 flight controller. All you people who've been around this hobby for a while know what that is. So I'm trying to get that old bird back in the air. And also these brand new birds. So I will be back. I'll make another video when I've completed the setup, and I'll probably have a maiden flight tomorrow instead of tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. See you next time.